G'day guys, and welcome to today's video on drumming with Jack. Now in today's video, we're going to be looking at 4 drum fills that are perfect for beginner drummers. 4 solid, classic beginner drum fills that any beginner drummer can learn. It's just a matter of getting it down and then speeding it up once you're comfortable with it. That being said, let's get into the first drum fill. So this first fill, you may have heard it before, and you may have heard it referred to before as Pat Boone, Debbie Boone. Now the reason for this is because that's what it sounds like. Pat Boone, Debbie Boone. Now this is a super recognizable fill, and it's really easy to play. All you're playing is 8th notes and 16th notes. So we play an 8th note on the snare, an 8th note on the top tom, 2 16th notes on the snare, and then an 8th note on the floor tom. Now for the sticking, it's completely up to you. If you want to play it right, left, right, left, right, absolutely fine. The reason I play it with so much more right than left is because I'm imagining as if I'm playing it as 16th notes. If I was playing the whole thing filled out, it would be right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. And all we're doing is taking out that left on the top tom and the left on the floor tom, leaving us with right, 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 left, right. And that's it. Now let's slow it down and look at it just by itself, and then we'll play it with a groove a little bit slower than we did before. So fill number 2 is a variation of moving our way down the kit. Now again, it is just a half bar fill, and it sounds a little bit funky, but all we're playing is 16th notes. We're playing 2 16th notes on the snare, and then we have a 16th note rest. Then we play 2 more 16th notes on the top tom, have another 16th note rest, and then we play 2 16th notes on the floor tom. So that gives us a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's what gives it that kind of funky sound, that triplety kind of feel, is because you've got 3 groups of 2 notes that are evenly spaced, even though they're only 16th notes. Now it's really important with this fill to nail the timing, especially of those 16th note rests in between moving down the kit. Make sure you're getting them spot on. Practice with your metronome, it'll really help a lot, especially if you put a really fast click, so you've got a click on every 16th note. It'll really help you to hear how you're meant to be playing it. And then all you're doing with that 16th note click is playing 2, missing 1, playing 2, missing 1, playing 2. Again, let's slow it down by itself and then play it slowly with the groove. So the third fill is really sharp and punchy, and it finishes with that pause at the end of it. So it's a really good way of accenting. If you're playing with a band and you want to come into the chorus or come out of the chorus, it's a really good way to give a bit of a moment to the song and a moment to the drumming. Now it sounds a lot more complicated than it is because you're hitting a lot of stuff. You're hitting all the drums and your hi-hat and snare at the same time, and you're playing the kick drum. But really all it is right, left, right, kick, both. And then all you're doing is putting them going down the kit. So you have right, left, right, kick, both. And however you want to play your both is up to you. I play them open, sometimes I play them crossed. Completely up to you how you want to do it. So if you're having trouble, try just practicing the pattern for this fill before you start moving it around the kit. So all you're going to practice is this. And then once you can do that, it's literally all it is a case of moving the left hand to the top tom and the right hand to the floor tom on that third note. Once again, let's play it slow and then we'll play it slowly with the groove. And so for the last of the 4 fills, we're going to keep our hands only on the snare drum and we're going to throw in a little bit of kick drum. So this fill is just a half bar of all 16th notes and you play them all on the snare drum except you play 2 on the kick drum. So the sticking is just right, left, kick, kick, right, left, right, left. Again, as with the last fill that we looked at, this is a really good pattern just to practice in and of itself. Just do it on repeat, something like this. Or you can tap out the half bar that you're not playing. Now the tricky thing about this fill is that you're playing 2 consecutive 16th notes on your kick drum. Now if you don't have the ability in your kick drum foot to be able to do that, then maybe this is a fill that for the moment you leave out of the music that you play with. But if that's the case, what I recommend doing is still practicing this fill. Practice it with a metronome at a speed that you can manage because it'll really help to improve your bass drum foot's ability to play 2 consecutive notes quickly and accurately. And before you know it, with a bit of practice, that speed will build and build and build, and soon you'll be able to do it at the speed you want and you'll be able to start throwing it into the music that you play. So for the last time, let's play it slowly by itself and then put it with a slow groove. And that's all she wrote. So there you've got 4 classic drum fills that a beginner can play. And remember, with every single one of them, if you're having trouble with it, slow the speed right down, play it by itself, forget about trying to throw it into a groove until you've really mastered the pattern and you're comfortable with it slowly, and then build your speed up from there. That's a bit of advice that applies to all aspects of drumming. Play it slowly, play it properly before you start trying to ramp up the speed and you get ahead of yourself. I hope you enjoyed the video and that you got something out of it. Give it a like if you enjoyed it. Comment below if you've got any requests of anything you'd like to see in terms of drumming tutorials. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you on the next one.